All right, guys, I want to do the 5 things I love, 5 things I hate about the Ram 6.7 Cummins Diesel, specifically 2022 and newer, and we'll get into why that in a little bit. So, 6.7's Cummins Diesel, guys, what is the truth about this engine? First and foremost, first thing I love about this engine is that Ram does not make this engine. This is not a Ram diesel engine. This is a Cummins diesel engine. Cummins diesel engine. Cummins makes this engine in Columbus, Indiana, and sends it to Ram. Ram just bolts the engine into their trucks, right? This engine is an industrial engine company, right? This is not just put in a Ram truck. It's put in a lot of other vehicles, commercial equipment as well, right? So this is an engine that's overbuilt. It's made for a lot of commercial uses, and then Ram also uses it in their pickup trucks. Yeah, so this is a long block engine that lives in commercial equipment, like I said, and it routinely pulls 6, 7, 800, even 4-digit horsepower out of this architecture, right? Out of this structure. So this specific engine in this truck makes 370 horsepower. That's just the way it's tuned. That's the way it's set up. But in commercial equipment, it is doing far more. And that's basically, guys, what I mean when I said this engine's overbuilt. It is made to do a lot. It is way overbuilt for what it is. And that is really the strongest suit about it. You know, you're getting an engine that's not going to break easily putting out 370 horsepower, right? Like, it's not even close. It's not even close to its full capacity, full potential. So, and all that goes to say, it's not getting stressed. It's not working as hard as it is in the commercial equipment. So you're getting it in a truck that, how long is this engine gonna run now, right? This engine's gonna run for forever. So anyhow, that's what I love, number 1. Number 2, the effortless low-end torque. This engine in 2022 puts out 850 pound-foot of torque, and it feels effortless, right? This is basically, and this is, you know, this is always the Cummins thing. It pulls like a locomotive. It's got that, you know, just that grunt, right, to pull, and the effortless torque, right? So 850 pound-foot of torque, but, you know, in the Cummins Diesel specifically, you're getting something here that, you know, all in all, the way the Cummins go, like the power curve, the way they're going, and I say pulls like a locomotive, it's just a steady pull, right? A steady, constant pull, especially towing, something you're really gonna appreciate with the Cummins diesel engine, right? With the horsepower and the torque combined. All right, so number 3, what I love about this engine is that the 2022, that's what this thing is, has the right fuel pump. Ram finally fixed this in 2022. They had a lot of issues before this year with their fuel pump. So basically, 2019, 2020, Ram had the problematic Bosch CP4 fuel pump in these trucks, in their Cummins diesels. And it basically caused enough grief for them that Stellantis recalled them, and Ram put the bulletproof CP3 back in the 2021s and up in the Cummins diesel, right? So 2021 and newer has the CP3 fuel pump, not the Bosch CP4, and that's basically, you know, the CP3, great pump, CP4, not at all. Not sure why Ram did it in 2019, 2020. But that is right there. If you're looking at a Cummins diesel, 21 and newer, or if you go older, make sure that they either had that fuel pump replaced already, right? It's a recalled item, but something you want to keep in mind. So 2021 and newer, the Bosch, you do not have the Bosch CP4, you're getting the CP3 fuel pump, the better fuel pump in this engine. All right, so guys, number 4, simple and serviceable, right? You have with the Cummins diesel, right? Because again, it's not just put in the Ram pickup trucks, it's put in a lot of commercial equipment as well. So you're getting something that has a huge network for parts and service. So you're gonna have this engine when you need parts, when you need it worked on. A lot of shops know what to do with them, and they have easy access to parts for them. So if you have an issue, easy to fix, not as expensive to repair. Again, what I love, because you know, you're getting into, guys, you can have the best engine ever built, right? You could have the greatest engine ever built, but if you can't fix it easily, right? Maybe you have some stupid thing that goes wrong, some stupid little issue, but you got to wait, a month for the part, whether it's back ordered, whether they have, low supply, whatever it may be. That's a pain in the butt, right? Now your truck's sitting for a month. You can't drive, you can't pull your camper, you can't work because you're waiting on some stupid little part. Well, you're not going to have that issue with the Cummins because they have a ton of parts available. Service is easy. Again, that is the beauty of it, right? Love that about it. All right, so love number 5, and this kind of goes back into the love number 4, but love number 5, guys, it is the engine that you're going to rebuild instead of replace. And all that is because you have, and basically commercial use, you're thinking commercial equipment, a lot of times, if it's a big truck, if it's a, the cat, dozer, something crazy, right? They're gonna rebuild those engines as opposed to replace them because you have an engine that can be done with. Where, some of your cheaper engines, some of your more basic engines, you're not gonna be doing that with. You guys just gotta replace the whole thing. In this engine, the Cummins Diesel, you have a parent bore cast iron block that is designed to be overhauled. When it finally wears, you can bore it, hone it, drop in new pistons and bearings, and you basically have a brand new engine, right? That's why, in a tired 6.7 Cummins Diesel, you can get a full rebuild for a couple grand, and it's gonna run for another 200,000 to 300,000 miles. The modern gas engines, you have to scrap the block, buy a brand new engine. So anyhow, those are the 5 things I love. Let's get into the 5 things I hate. So hate number 1, the transmission, right? That is the weakest link with the Cummins Diesel is the transmission it's paired with. The engine will long outlive that transmission. So you're getting the 68 RFE 6-speed automatic with this, and that is the weakest point of the whole truck. Known problems: torque converter overheating, valve body pressure leaks, clutch packs that burn up, and if you tow or have a heavy tune on it, all those issues get exponentially worse. With the 2500, that is the issue, right? 3500s, the high output motors, you can get their better A's in transmission, but in the 2500s, that's not an option, and that is where the trans is going to be your weakest link. Hate number 2, guys, it's that this engine, for as great as it may be, has the weakest tune out of Ford, GM, right? So Ram with the Cummins Diesel has the least amount of horsepower and torque compared to the competition in Ford and General Motors. This engine is only putting out 370 horsepower, 850 pound-foot of torque. The Duramax, right, GM's Duramax Diesel puts out 470 horsepower, 975 pound-foot of torque. GM and Ford are gonna run about 100 horsepower more than the Ram, and torque is going to be about 100 pound-foot more than the Ram. So again, weakest tune in a heavy-duty truck, right? I don't like that. Again, Ram can do better there. And again, in their newer trucks, they have a high output model or high output version that's available in the 3500s. That does give you a lot more torque. Horsepower is still the lowest though. All right, hate number 3, and this is kind of standard across the board with any heavy-duty diesel truck. It's the emissions, the DPF, the DEF, the EGR stuff, all that crap. That is another weak point on any diesel engine. You got to run them hard. You got to make sure they're going through regens. You got to drive these trucks. If you don't, you're going to have issues with the emissions crap, right? That is always going to be the weak point. Heck, you drive the truck, you put miles on it, you tow heavy with it, you're not going to see those issues. But if you let the truck sit, right, you're pulling your camper once a month, you're pulling your boat once a month, whatever it may be, that's where you're going to start seeing issues with these diesel engines. So again, kind of standard across the board with any diesel engine, but Cummins Diesel, not an issue they fixed there, so do not like that with it. All right, so hate number 4, and this one's interesting. These engines are notoriously nose heavy, and when you're driving it, you will feel it, right? So the big cast iron inline 6 engine, right, that Cummins diesel engine is heavy, and it all sits over the front axle, right? So the steering on this thing does feel very trucky it is something that you're going to notice when you're driving it. It's heavy, it feels heavy, it handles heavy. You know, it also plays into front end wear, ball joints, struts, all that good stuff. You start putting more miles, that's something you're gonna notice. You're gonna have to, you know, repair, replace on this truck just because of that. If you're towing, that's gonna take some weight off the front. You're not gonna notice it as much. Riding empty, overall drive and ride, you're gonna feel that weight in the front end, that extra, basically weight in the front for the, you know, especially steering feel, right? You're gonna notice it. Again, hate number 5, this is gonna be fuel system related, right? So a little bit more in depth here. The factory fuel filtration on this engine, right, is too coarse, right? And, you know, again, it's something that they fixed the fuel pump issue, but the system backing it up is not very good, right? And that is part of the issue. So, you know, has the good CP3 fuel pump, but Ram, basically that whole high pressure fuel system that's going into it, right? The high pressure common rail system, pump and injectors wants ultra clean fuel, but the factory filter is basically considered too coarse to fully protect it. Why that matters? Dirty or watery fuel, or dirty or watery diesel, right? Fuel is the #1 killer of the injection systems, and the pump and injector failure is a 5-figure repair, right? So it's gonna cost you a lot of money to replace or fix it. I guess the whole point here is the factory fuel filter is not good enough. Easiest fix, you gotta buy a better fuel filter, right? AirDog, Foss, Cat filter setup, all those are gonna help you run, you know, help this thing run better and help fix some of that fuel filtration issue. Bottom line, guys, that's not a huge deal. Some simple fixes, but why didn't Ram do it, right? Why didn't Ram do it, or I should say Cummins do that to help basically protect your fuel system? Anyhow, guys, 5 things I love, 5 things I hate about the Cummins diesel. Hopefully that was helpful. You know, again, I always love doing these. Gives me more knowledge on the trucks I sell, but it also gives you guys some info on the trucks you want to buy, the engines you want to buy specifically. All in all, Cummins diesel, solid diesel engine. You know, again, some issues with it there, some common things that go wrong, but all in all, a solid diesel engine, one I would not be afraid to buy. You guys tell me, do you like that Cummins diesel engine? Is it something you would buy, or do you absolutely hate it? You buying Ford or GM instead of it? So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe for more content like this.